Good evening, parents, guardians, teachers, invited guests, and of course, fellow graduates. My name is Kelsey Fifield.
And I'm Logan Butler.
And we will be your official MCs for tonight, the most awaited night of our senior year, our prom ceremony. Un accueil chaleureux à tous ici ce soir pour célébrer les classes de 2026 de Ascension Collegiate.
Before we continue, we would like to mention the following.
There are 4 fire exits, the 2 doors at the front, as well as the side doors and the doors at the back. At this time, we'd also like you to please silence your cell phones, and if you don't know how, find someone who does.
Also, if you choose to smoke, please do so away from the main entrance. As well, keep those tickets on you in order to re-enter the building.
Please note, for anyone who would like a refreshment during the ceremony, there are tables with bottles of water on either side of the stage.
We now invite Reverend Aubrey Young to come forward and offer blessings for the class of 2026.
It's so great to be here this evening to honor these students, and I'm so proud that they attended St. Peter's Church this evening. We had almost 300 people at St. Peter's Church this evening to support those young people. As we bow our heads in prayer this evening, we ask God to join them on their journey of life. We ask God to guide them with wisdom, courage, and all their future endeavors. We pray that He will give them knowledge to serve others, to continue in their learning as they secure protection on their new opportunities. Gracious Heavenly Father, we thank You for this special day and for all the students who are assembled here. We thank You for granting them focus, perseverance, and success in their studies. And as they stand at this doorway to the future, we ask You for Your guidance. Give them clarity of mind and courage to chase their dreams. May they use their knowledge and skills to make a positive difference in our world. We ask You now to bless this ceremony, bless these graduates as they continue on life's journey. And all this we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Young. Let us now take a moment for the reading of the land acknowledgement.
Ascension Collegiate respectfully acknowledges the territory in which we live as the ancestral homelands of the Beothuk, and the island of Newfoundland as the ancestral homelands of the Mi'kmaq and the Beothuk. We also acknowledge the Inuit of Nunatsiavut and Nunatukovut, as well as the Innu of Nitassinan and their ancestors, the original people of Labrador. We acknowledge with respect the diverse histories and cultures of the Indigenous people in Newfoundland and Labrador, and we strive for respectful relationships with all the people of this province. I'm not saying it in French.
My turn now? Oh, my turn?
Yeah, your turn, buddy.
Now, to kick off the rest of the prom ceremony, I just wanted to say, I walked in here and I noticed a few of you fellers cleans up pretty nice in them suits. Even Charlie.
On the girls' end of things, I've been seeing grad dresses posted in a Facebook group chat since the beginning of August. I've been watching dresses come in, sometimes 2, 3 at a time, and I'm looking at all the dresses, and for the people that I grew up with, I'm like, oh my God, that's so Emma. But honestly, it's so nice to see everyone here tonight in their best, and everybody looks great. Even though tonight is all about celebrating and looking our best, I know we are all taking some time to remember our beloved teacher and colleague, Mr. Mugford. We just wanted to mention Mr. Mugford this evening because he played a big role in our school and in some of the lives of the students who had him. So we continue to send prayers of love and courage to all his family and friends. As we move along in our service, we invite the Honorable Helen Conway Ottenheimer, MHA for the District of Harbor, Maine, to please come forward and bring greetings.
Thank you, Kelsey and Logan. And first of all, I would just like to say I'm so honored to be here this evening as the MHA for the District of Harbor, Maine. It truly is an honor to be with you in this wonderful time of celebration. When I look at all of the beautiful dresses and how beautiful all of you look, I just want to say I'm so impressed with how you've pulled this off already tonight. And I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you've done throughout the number of years in terms of working to graduate and to have this prom tonight. So all of you should be so proud. You should bask in the glory that you have achieved. This is a big achievement. It's the culmination of years of learning about the world and about yourself. So it's not just a celebration tonight in this moment in time, although this is so important, but it's also a celebration for your family, for your friends, and for all of the people that have supported you all the way. They are celebrating you tonight. And I'm sure that there have been many challenges that you've had to overcome, but yet you have grown into the people that you are this evening. This is an important milestone because you are now expected to fully take charge of your lives, to prepare to go out in the world, and you have your whole life ahead of you. When I think about what Reverend Young has said in the opening prayer, I think it's very important to reflect on that, because what he talked about was gratitude. It's a time to be so thankful for everything that you have learned. It's exciting, but I'm sure that at this milestone it can be intimidating and perhaps scary. When we look at the current state of the world, and we know that we face more profound challenges. There's uncertainty, and there is political disruption. And I think I can speak on behalf of my colleague, the Honorable MHA for Harbor Grace Portagrave, Pam Parsons, who's also here this evening, that we see this in our roles as elected officials, that the geopolitical reality has changed. So we have to work to make things better. We have to make the world into what it should be, not what it is today. We have to build bridges between people instead of dividing them. And you, as you embark this evening, I think it's important for you to remind yourselves of these truths. our individual well-being depends on the well-being of the community that we live in. So my point is, our community, our province, our country, and our democracy only functions when we think not just about ourselves, but also about each other. So when the pastor spoke, when Reverend spoke tonight in the opening prayer, he talked about, God blessing you in terms of your journey, and he referenced the values of courage and perseverance. These values of fairness and generosity and respect for one another, we have to hold on to those values. And you certainly would have learned those values here in Newfoundland and Labrador from your family, from your parents and your grandparents and your extended family. And I'm sure that they have taught you that what you give is not what you get. It's what helps others and makes a difference in this world. I don't want to put a heavy burden on you as our young generation, but we need your help as the new generation of young people. And we hope that you will step up, and I believe that you will. You'll step up to the challenge. You have been given a good education here at Ascension from your excellent teachers. And I'm sure now with all the technology, the internet, the knowledge and perspectives, the access to more information than any other generations through the internet and AI. But you know what? You make me optimistic about the future. And I have full confidence that you will lead the way to make our world, our Newfoundland and Labrador, a better place to live. So tonight, I just want to say congratulations, have fun, celebrate, but also going forward, may you be blessed in all your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Conway Ottenheimer, for your generous words. We would now like to welcome Ms. Pam Parsons, MHA for the District of Harbour Grace, Portygrave, to come to the podium, please.
Thank you, Logan and Kelsey, and congratulations. And I must say, before I get going, I had Logan years ago into the House of Assembly, and he came in and sat in my seat and had a picture. And I have no doubt that he may end up there again in the future. And Kelsey, we may see her as the Prime Minister of Canada one day. Good evening, everyone. First of all, let's give our graduates an amazing round of applause. They look amazing. Congratulations. And you did it. You know, you started kindergarten wasn't that long ago, and can you believe it? You're here now in grade 12, level 3. But that said as well, I also want to congratulate our amazing school community, Ascension Collegiate. Now, I'm not biased. I am a graduate as well of 98, and I look around the audience and I see a lot of my fellow graduates here. Not that long ago when we graduated, but it is among the top high schools here in our great province. Ascension, you can be proud, of course, where you've come from. And of course, a thank you and a heartfelt thank you to our moms and dads and caregivers and supporters. Let's give them a big round of applause because they are essential to your journey. So as my colleague said, of course, you guys are the future. And you are literally embarking on the rest of your lives now as you finish up your high school career. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to try new things. They're simply learning experiences, and it will contribute to the character that you ultimately will become. and have fun along the way. And you will know that some of the memories that you've made here at Ascension Collegiate will indeed be life-lasting. So all the best to where you're going, of course. Focus on your dreams. Focus on where you want to go, because you can do it. If you believe it, you can achieve it. It sounds cliche, but it is true. But I always say, focus on where you're going, but never forget where you came from. Again, it's an amazing school community. You can always, check back in with our teachers for advice, and don't be afraid to come back for a friendly visit. Before I conclude, I would also like to remember Mr. Mugford as well. Again, we're a close community here at Ascension Collegiate, and so my sincere condolences and thoughts and prayers for peace and strength at this time. But I'm sure he is definitely very proud looking down and here in spirit tonight. And again, before I conclude, I also want to remember a fellow classmate of mine from 1998, a graduate, Lloyd Morgan. And I'm sure there's people here in the audience who remember Lloyd, of course, and friends with Lloyd graduated. He was a top-notch student. He received so many awards. When he came back in December, he cleaned up on a lot of awards. But unfortunately, his life was taken tragically, just literally days after. But my point being, seize the day, because you never know when the next day could be our last. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. This is the present. It's today, and that's why it is certainly a gift. So chase your dreams, and of course, always remember to check back. Thank you, everybody. Celebrate, do it responsibly and safely, and go Astros, go. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Parsons, for your kind message. It is now time to invite our next speaker, fellow graduate Cole Mercer, to come forward and give an address to the parents and guardians of our 2026 prom.
I just want to start off by saying that I chose to do this because my parents have been there from the beginning for me, and I've went through a lot, and they've been there for every step of it, so that's why I chose to do this, and it means a lot to me. Today, as we sit here side by side, dressed in our beautiful and elegant graduation attire, we come together to celebrate from moving one chapter to the next. We look forward to heading off in our own directions, having been guided all these years through school and its previous chapters. Primary, elementary, junior high, and lastly, high school. Throughout these chapters of our lives, we have plenty of people to thank for being the light to our sometimes dark path, to guide us through our struggles. Teachers, principals, family, friends, neighbors, and so many more people that I could name off. But most importantly, our parents and guardians have been there since day one. From the beginning, our parents and guardians have been there for us, like on the first day of kindergarten with our little backpacks and light-up sneakers, with the Velcro straps. I'm sure watching us walk out the door with our little lunch bag made them emotional, knowing their little one has begun to grow up. They've been here through every chapter, from learning how to tie your laces, to your first friendship, going on our first field trip, to your first bad grade, and an unbelievable more amount of things that they've been there for. Over every year, they've been helping us and watching us grow and experience each new stage of our lives, and tonight is when we get to start our own chapter. So to our amazing parents and guardians, we say with grateful hearts, a huge thank you, and we love you.
Thank you, Cole, for your kind words to our parents and guardians. We would now warmly invite our next speaker, Ms. Stephanie Gifford, to offer her address to the class on behalf of the parents and guardians.
So I didn't print this out. I'm going to do this thing from my phone. So, good evening, graduates, families, teachers, and our amazing Ascension Collegiate community. And a very special congratulations to the class of 2026. I'm Emma's mom, Stephanie, though I don't think I need to introduce myself. I'm pretty sure every single one of you have been at my house at some point in time over the years. I've got to be honest, standing here tonight is a bit surreal. I'm going to do my best to get through these next few minutes composed, but I can't make any promises. It feels like just yesterday these kids were babies, first milestones, learning to walk, or like my kid, run, and she hasn't stopped since. Attending Kinderstart, and now tonight. Somehow, they've survived exams, early mornings, deadlines, pressure from the world, and let's be real, trying to stay awake through at least a few of Mrs. Carley's classes along the way. And parents, we survived too, barely. Between last-minute assignments, forgotten lunches, rides to everything, and the classic, I told you about that permission slip last week, we finally made it. We're here. But tonight isn't about us. It's about our graduates. Class of 2026. This is your moment. You've worked for it, you've earned it, and you should be incredibly proud. You're officially done with high school, which means no more asking Mrs. Courtney or Miss Stowbridge, is this going to be on the test? Now life is your test. There's no study guide Mr. Budd or Mr. Lambert can give you anymore, but little do you know, class, you're more ready than you think. Now I want to speak as a parent, but I also, just as someone who's been as where you are. There's a lot of pressure at this stage of life to have everything figured out. What career you'll choose, where you'll live, who you'll become. And honestly, most of you have no idea. But let me save you some stress. Almost nobody has it all figured out. You'll learn everything changes quickly. Once you think you have things figured out, you won't. Life throws that hard curveball straight at you. You will swing, you will miss many times. Some of us are still trying to figure out what we want to be when we grow up, and I've been growing up for a while now. Life is not a straight line. It's more like one of those group projects, messy, unpredictable, sometimes frustrating, and occasionally carried by one person doing all the work. You know who you are. There will be moments where you feel lost, moments where things don't go your way, and moments where you wonder if you're falling behind. You are not, I guarantee you, you're not, you're just living. And every wrong turn, every mistake, every what was I thinking moment, that's where the real learning happens. That stuff right there, those lessons are golden. Now, I want to talk about something special, because every class has its own personality, and every student brings something unique. But tonight, I want to speak directly to the ones who are a little like my daughter. The social ones, the kind ones, and the people pleasers. The ones who show up for everybody else. And I know this well because my daughter has always been that person. She's the one who worries about everyone else before herself. The one who wants to make sure everyone is included, everyone is okay, everyone is happy. And if you've ever met her, you know she's had a bit of a track record when it comes to memorable moments. And somehow, through moments like those, she still manages to laugh, keep going, and show up for the people around her. And honestly, that says everything about who she is. I've watched her go out of her way again and again to be there for people, sometimes when it wasn't easy. And while that makes me incredibly proud, it also makes me want to remind her and all of you who are like her of something very important. You matter just as much as the people that you care for. It's okay to say no sometimes. It's okay to choose yourself. It's okay not to make everybody happy, because the truth is, you can be kind without losing yourself. And to my daughter and all the people pleasers, I hope you never lose that softness in your heart, but I also hope you learn to protect it. The world needs your kindness, but you deserve to receive that same kindness back. And no matter where life takes you, I hope you'll always remember who you are and how much you're all loved. And to you all, the graduating class of 2026, be kind, yes, but also be brave. Speak up, take chances, go after the things that scare you a little. Apply for the job you don't think you'll get. Take the course you're unsure about. Say yes to opportunities and sometimes say no when something doesn't feel right. And please, don't be afraid to fail. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. Some of your best stories haven't even happened yet. Admit when you're wrong, learn to apologize easily. Respect is earned, and it goes both ways. Respect yourself. And never try to be someone you're not. It won't do your heart any good. Now, I wouldn't be doing this right if I didn't mention what it means to be an Astro. Being a part of Ascension Astros isn't just about a name or a team. It's about community. It's about showing up for each other. It's about pride, resilience, and a little bit of stubbornness when things get tough. And let's be honest, that stubbornness is going to serve you well in life. It just hasn't served us very well the last 17 years. Because life will test you, but it'll also surprise you. You'll meet people who will change your life. You'll discover strengths you didn't know you had. You'll find your way, maybe not the way you planned, but the way you were meant to. And through it all, you'll carry a piece of this place with you. The halls you walked, the friendships you've built, the memories you've made. Some you'll laugh about forever, and some you'll probably hope never get brought up again. But this place will always be with you, as it's always been with me. But there's something we don't always say enough as parents, and that's how proud we are of all of you. Not just your grades or your achievements, but for who you are, for the young adults you have transformed into, for your kindness, your resilience, your ability to keep going even when things weren't easy. I've watched you grow into people we genuinely admire. And yes, it's a lot hard to let you go, but we're not really letting go. We're just stepping back so you can step forward, trusting that we as parents and caregivers provide you for that step forward. The step forward your teachers over the years and your Ascension community prepared you for. That was always the plan, our one goal in raising you. To prepare all of you to be the graduating class of 2026 here tonight. We as parents just didn't realize how quickly that plan would go and all the plan Bs that we'd have to use along the way. And to my daughter, Emmy, just one last thing. No matter how far you go, no matter what you do, you'll always be the little girl who changed my world forever. And I will always be right here cheering for you, worrying about you a little, and loving more than you could ever fully understand. Class of 2026, as you all walk out of Ascension Collegiate for the last time as students, remember this. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to follow anybody else's path. Just keep going. Keep learning, keep showing up, and keep being exactly who you are, because that's more than enough. You'll always have a home to turn to, not necessarily physically, but in your heart, the feeling of remembering tonight or the feeling of your mom and dad's big hug. That's home. I speak for us all in saying we love you. We cannot wait to see what you do next. Just please, one last request from all of you. If you're leaving home in June to find work out west, if you're leaving for university in August, or if it's next year before you decide to leave home, when you do go, don't forget to call home as much as you can. Every single day for the last 18 years, you've been the center of our worlds. So we're adjusting our sails along with yours. Give us some grace. Once again, from your moms and dads, nans and pops, from your friends and families, the people who has cared for you and loved you fiercely, we say it loud and with so much love, we are so proud of you. You all look amazing together tonight, but I still see most of you as happy 7th graders under those adult features in your fancy dresses and suits. I'll be forever grateful for these closing chapters and for the blessings of getting to know all of you. Once an Astro, always an Astro. Congratulations, class of 2026. Have fun this evening, and I promise the next chapters you write will be more beautiful, magical, and amazing than you ever could have imagined. It's only the beginning. Enjoy every minute. Enjoy your last summer as being a kid. Smile, love hard, make effort to be truly happy. That's the only thing we really hope for our children. Happiness. To see you all smiling as you are tonight. So I'll bow out now and let you continue your celebrations, not without saying how honored I am to be here on behalf of the parents of the class of 2026 and on behalf of everybody who has had a part in your educational journey this far. We love you and are unbelievably proud of you all. Go get them, class of 2026. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Gifford, for your words of inspiration to our graduating class. Moving along in our program, we invite fellow graduate Allison Young to present the address to the teachers.
Good evening, fellow graduates, teachers, parents, guardians, and distinguished guests. I hope everyone is enjoying the beautiful celebration that our teachers and prom committee have put so much effort into. Thank you to everyone who has come here this evening to support us on our graduation day. Your support means more to us than you could ever possibly know. Every person here has played a critical role in shaping who we are today, especially our teachers. Teachers are an invaluable part of our school community. They spend every day sharing their passions with us, giving us the room to explore and discover our own. Our teachers at Ascension Collegiate are some of the best. We have all been so fortunate to attend a school with so many opportunities for school teams and clubs, entirely thanks to the teachers who spend their own time supporting these activities. Our teachers do their best to ensure every student feels like a valued member of our school. All of the planning and preparation for every Spirit Week, assembly, school trip, and holiday celebration does not go unnoticed. Your dedication has allowed all of us to feel we have a place here. We recognize that your effort does not stop outside of the classroom, and we want you to know that neither does your effect on us. This beautiful celebration we have here tonight is a prime example of the dedication our teachers pour into every day. I would like to give a special thanks to Ms. Kearley, Ms. Strobridge, Mr. Smith, and all the teachers who have been involved in any way in putting together this beautiful night for us. Your efforts have certainly paid off in creating a night we will remember for a lifetime. What you have done leading up to tonight is not nearly comparable to what you have done for us throughout our time here. With all of the teachers here tonight, it is easy to notice one missing. Mr. Mugford was a very well-loved teacher at our school and is now deeply missed by all of his students and colleagues. We know he would have been here supporting all of us tonight, and we wish he could know how much that would have been appreciated. To Mr. Crane, Miss Keynes, and every staff member here at Ascension Collegiate, thank you for everything you have done. You have shaped us in ways you will never know and have played such important roles in our lives. You have made our time here at Ascension Collegiate what I am sure will remain some of the most memorable years of our lives. No matter who we become or what careers we take on, all of us will have been impacted by at least one of you. We will most likely not remember everything you have taught us or the grades we have in high school. We will always remember our favorite teachers and the way you made us feel when we walked into your classrooms. As we go into this next chapter of our lives, we will carry your examples with us. We will remember the kindness and passion you demonstrated and strive to follow those examples in our own lives. We are who we are today because of you. On behalf of the Ascension Collegiate graduating class of 2026, thank you for everything.
Thank you, Allison. Speaking it from a personal part of me, I can say that I definitely appreciate the staff of Ascension, though I might be a bit biased. I might miss walking through the Munn hallways and not getting called boss. The next part of our ceremony is the teacher's address to the graduates. For several years at both Ascension and for those who went to Amalgamated, Miss Deanne Delahunty has given so much of her time and talent, not only in classes, but the many extracurricular events that she organized. Miss Delahunty just so happens to be the reason that I play 5 instruments. On behalf of all graduates, we sincerely thank you. Would you kindly come forward, Miss Delahunty, to offer your address to the graduating class?
Thank you, Kelsey. Good evening, graduates, families, friends, and colleagues. It is my pleasure to speak to the class of 2026 this evening on behalf of the Ascension Collegiate School community. This class and I share something very special. We both started our journey at Ascension Collegiate in September of 2023. After 22 years of teaching at Amalgamated Academy, I made the move to high school at the same time you did. Your first day as students here were also my first days as a teacher at Ascension. I'm sure that you remember, as well as I do, the nervous excitement of that first day, gathering in the gym, going to your homeroom for the first time, trying to figure out your way around the school, seeing new faces. I watched you all navigate through those first few weeks, and I remember being so impressed with your courage, your confidence, and your ability to adapt to the many changes that the high school experience brings. Together, we built new connections and developed new friendships. We have grown and learned so much, and we have officially become Astros. What an honor and privilege to hold that title. Over the past 3 years, I watched you settle into your routines, and I would greet so many of you with smiling faces as you made your way to and from your classes. Over time, many of you found your place, whether in the gym, the music room, or a classroom that became a sort of second home. Many of you expanded your academic pursuits and joined the debate club, got involved in social justice, took on the challenges of robotics and Skills Canada competitions. A lot of you joined one of the many sports teams at our school, participating in any number of tournaments and getting involved in unified sports. Some of you put yourselves out there and sang in a coffee house for the first time, joined the art club, or tried out for the improv team or drama club. Some more of you achieved Duke of Edinburgh awards, accepted leadership roles in the student activity group, tried out public speaking. It made me very happy when so many of you found your way to the music room and joined the choir, trad band, or jazz band. We found our way in this new place together. Showing up every day is not always easy. I know that as amazing Ascension Collegiate is, coming to school can be hard sometimes. Life has so many challenges, both inside and outside of school. There were mornings when you were exhausted, days when motivation was low, and moments when school felt like the last place you wanted to be. And yet, you showed up. Maybe not always early, maybe not always fully awake, maybe with a late slip, but you showed up. And here you are. You made it. You are all so strong, so resilient, and this evening is a time to celebrate that. This is a time to celebrate your parents and families who have supported you in so many ways throughout your journey. As teachers, we thank you for your part in your child's education, checking their Google Classrooms and their Power School, coming to parent visitations, picking them up after rehearsals and practices, getting them out of bed in time for the bus. It's also a time to recognize your administrators, guidance counselors, teachers, student assistants, and all staff who have worked so hard to keep you safe and to keep you motivated. But most importantly, it's a time to celebrate you and your coming of age as an Ascension Astro. You graduate from this school as a better version of yourself, armed with increased knowledge and awareness, with a stronger sense of self, with increased compassion for others, and with clear ambitions. Some of you will graduate with a clear 5-year plan. Some of you will hope to find matching socks tomorrow morning. Both are fine. You don't need to have everything figured out. What matters is that you trust yourselves, stay open to growing, and just keep moving forward. Follow the paths that excite you. Create a life for yourselves that is kind to others and kind to yourself. Over the past 3 years, I've seen your growth, your kindness, and your ability to adapt, and that's what will carry you through whatever comes next. You are a group of students who will always have a special place in my heart, especially the music goats. You know who you are. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. On behalf of the Ascension Collegiate School community, we wish you all the best in your next chapter. Carpe diem. Make the most of all that comes next. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, Ms. Delonte, for sharing your encouraging words this evening. During the years we have spent at high school, our principal, Mr. David Crane, and our new assistant principal, Ms. Charlene Keynes, have answered all our questions and made our life at Ascension Collegiate the best it could possibly be. We would now like to welcome Ms. Keynes to come forward and offer her address on behalf of administration.
Good evening, everyone. For those that don't know me, I'm the voice behind the Power School closures in the morning. Welcome. I am so happy to be here this evening, and to our distinguished guests, families, and friends gathered here, and the dedicated staff of Ascension Collegiate, welcome to the prom of 2026. It is an honor to stand here to bring you greetings from the administrative team. The class of 2026, tonight we celebrate you, your achievements, and the remarkable journey that has brought you to this exact moment. High school graduation would not be possible without continuous love, support, and dedication of the families and friends who have guided you and encouraged you along the way. Graduates, I want you to reflect on that support tonight, and I want you to take a moment to thank those who have made this day possible. Whether it's a parent, a grandparent, a guardian, or a friend, and acknowledge the lasting impact that they have left in your life. I also want to extend a heartfelt thank you to our teachers. They are amazing people, and I'm so lucky to be a part of a staff of Ascension Collegiate. Not only the teachers, the teaching assistant, the student assistant, the secretaries, the custodians, the bus drivers, the cafeteria workers, and every community volunteer, which makes Ascension Collegiate a very strong, amazing school. I want to thank you, because collectively, you have supported these students to reaching this monumental moment. Organizing an event like this did not just happen overnight. We have an immense big thank you to all those who, from our prom and safe grad committees, for their unwavering commitment to the class of 2026. Meet Me at Midnight Under the Stars is the theme selected by our graduating class. Midnight is a pivotal moment in time, a brief 60-second pause when an old day ends and a new one begins. Around the world, people await the stroke of midnight to celebrate a brand new beginning. And set intentions that often signal a major shift in their lives. Midnight carries with it so much hope for the next day, the next year, and the next moment in time. I would like everyone here to imagine standing under the stars on a beautiful summer night. Imagine a rare, very rare, calm Newfoundland evening with no wind, where you could look up and gaze at the stars, and there's just this quiet stillness around you. The songbirds are at rest, and the sky is wide and dark, filled with shining lights. As you look up at those twinkling lights, some stars will sparkle steadily, others shoot across the horizon. We often see a sense of awe in the beauty and the wonder that the universe brings. In that moment, even if you're standing alone, the stars offer a sense of peace and comfort, reminding us that we are part of something so much larger. For our graduating class, meeting at midnight represents the start of a brand new chapter and a time to look with wonder at the days, weeks, and years ahead. Graduates, our wish for you is to embrace the beauty of being present in that moment. In a world that often pulls you in so many different directions, causing us to lose focus, I want you to stop and look up. Stay grounded in knowledge that the stars are always there, even on the cloudiest or stormiest nights. Though only a fraction of them are visible at once, remember that their light exists even when you cannot see it. Class of 2026, look to the future with wonder. You are about to enter a new universe of experience. Like midnight, graduation is a shift from darkness to light, carrying the promise of a brand new day. You have worked towards this since your very first day you learned to hold a pencil. Over the last 13 years, you progressed from basic arithmetic, addition and subtraction, to complex chemical formulas and expository essays. Along the way, you've built lifelong connections. Let that influence of other people and mentors be your guiding stars that navigate you through every future challenge. In just a few short weeks, you will reach your midnight moment. As you close this chapter to begin the next, remember that today is not an ending, but a beginning. Face the uncertainties of your next chapter with confidence, knowing your stars continue to surround you. Canadian astronaut Jerry Hansen, have you followed the Artemis mission, too, once said, to get big things done, you need a big team around you. Graduates, your team is always behind you. The mission to the moon was not a success because of the astronauts in the capsule, but because of the teamwork and the skills that made the entire journey possible. I see a bright future for all of you, one that will require hard work, resilience, and a lot of dedication. But remember, every day has a midnight. Every day offers a chance to start over and to move forward. Chris Hadfield, I really like my astronauts, another accomplished Canadian astronaut, wrote a children's book called The Darkest Dark. In it, he shares a story about his fear of the dark and how he eventually learned to look beyond his fear to find curiosity and inspiration. I am honored to read a short excerpt from this story to you, perhaps the final children's book you will hear from a teacher in your educational journey. You won't have to sit on the carpet in the corner for this one, though. A little bit different from the first book, okay? Okay. He turned off the light in this room, even the night light. It was still dark, very, very dark. There were still shadows that looked a little, well, alien. Nothing had changed, but Chris had changed. He seen that the darkness of the universe was so much bigger and deeper than the darkness in his room, but he was not afraid. He wanted to explore every corner of the night sky. For the first time, Chris could see the power and mystery and velvety dark beauty of the dark. And he realized you're never really alone there. Your dreams are always with you, just waiting. Big dreams about the kind of person you want to be. Wonderful dreams about the life you will live. Dreams that actually can come true. I want to conclude with a quote from Mr. Hatfield. He said, "I wasn't destined to be an astronaut. I had to turn myself into one." Congratulations to the Ascension Collegiate graduating class of 2026.
Thank you, Ms. Keynes, for sharing your motivational message with us and the nostalgic story time. It had me waiting for a Go Noodle video. Let's continue in our program by kindly requesting fellow graduate Savannah Bishop to come to the stage and give her address to the graduating class of 2026.
Good evening, everyone, faculty, family, friends, but most importantly, the class of 2026. We made it. Those three words seem almost too simple to explain the significance of this moment for all of us. At the start of our journey through Ascension Collegiate, most of us were strangers, teenagers who just wanted school to be over with. But somehow, in the middle of it all, we became so much more than that. When we take a second to actually look around, we realize these people aren't just our classmates. These are our friends. Friends who sat beside us when things didn't make sense, who laughed with us when everything felt like it was too much, and who became a part of your story without you even realizing it. You may not remember every test or every assignment, but you will remember the inside jokes, the shared glances with the people we never thought we would become friends with, and every second of quiet support that we all shared. High school can be challenging, but we all got through it together. However, tonight is not just about us looking back through memories. It's also about us looking towards the future, which for some of us may be scary. Because for the first time in our lives, we get to go into this big world without a power school schedule telling us what comes next. We will all go different ways. Some of us will go to different cities with different lives and different dreams. But no matter what path we choose to take, we will always be connected by this chapter, by the fact for even 3 years, we did walk in the same path and share the same journey. And now, as we stand here together, we can see that high school was never just about passing a class. It was about discovering who we are, stepping outside of our comfort zone and realizing that we are capable of so much more than we could have ever imagined. Along the way, we all discovered parts of ourselves that we didn't even know were there. Some of us found passions in art rooms, on stage, in labs, or even out on the field. Others found joy in quieter things, in books, in music, in helping others, or by simply just showing up to school every day. Success didn't always look like high grades or awards. Sometimes it looked like showing up on those hard days, asking for help when we needed it, or refusing to give up when we failed. We found our people here, friends who became family, teammates who pushed us to be better, and classmates who turned into lifelong connections. We stood by each other through the wins and losses. We celebrated together, supported together, and now we get to take in this beautiful moment together. Leaving here today, I want you to remember one thing, that you are ready to chase your dreams, to face every challenge head on, and ready to create a life filled with meaning. So as we all move forward with our lives, let's carry these memories, these friendships, and all of these lessons with us. Let's not forget where we started, how far we have come, and how far we have yet to go. A huge congratulations to the class of 2026. We made it.
Thank you, Savannah, for your inspiring and considerate words this evening.
If you're anything like my little brothers, you're wondering why I have a bow tie, or in the kind words of Daniel, why I look like young Sheldon. Tonight, we wanted to take a moment to recognize a part of our academic journey, especially for the students who went to Coley's Point Primary. Here with us tonight, we have Gabe and Lauren, and they are here with us tonight to remember someone who is very special to us, someone who always wore a bow tie, Mr. Ridian Nilichtuk. So Logan's going to share a few words with us.
Scavenger hunts, senior bonfires, Hawaiian nights, AC colors. Just some of the unforgettable evenings that we've had this last week for grad. Hundreds of pictures on our camera rolls, countless laughs with our friends, but most importantly, memories that'll last a lifetime. At this time, I'd also like to play a special tribute to a graduate who couldn't be with us this evening. Cheeky, a trickster, funny, adventurous, and kind. Those are just some of the few words that come to mind when describing Ridian. Back in grade 2, our worries didn't include exam marks or keeping up with newest trends. We cared more about remembering Harry Potter spells, getting in trouble for talking too much in class, and movies and stuff like that. Even at the age of 8, Ridian was teaching us valuable lessons that kindness is free and it's okay to be different. In fact, different is great. But most importantly, how precious every moment is and how quickly it can become a memory. So cherish every moment of this past week, this evening, and all others to come. So I'd like to place my hand on my heart in honor of a former graduating classmate, a little buddy to so many of us, and my best friend.
Thank you, Logan. As we get closer to the much anticipated Grand March, we would like to express our heartfelt thanks with the following courtesies. On behalf of the class of 2026, we are honored to pay our deepest gratitude to all of those who helped to make this night everything we wanted it to be. If we omit anyone, our sincere apologies for doing so.
First of all, we would like to extend our greatest appreciation to the teacher organizing committee, Miss Cynthia Strobridge, Miss Morgan Kearley, Miss Shane Lambert, and Miss Megan Tucker for preparing the arena, programs, seating, and decorating. Mr. Shane Lambert, sorry. Miss Delahunty for the church service, Mr. Phil Smith for the safe grad, and Miss Diane Reynolds for helping with our student speakers. Thank you all so much for making this night a reality.
As well, a special thank you to the grads and teachers who took part at the beautiful ecumenical service this afternoon, as well as all those who helped out in any way. We also extend a huge thank you to the students on the prom committee for putting so much time and effort into this day. A big thank you to Madison Morgan, Paige Mercer, Julia Murphy, and Claire Saunders for collecting in the pictures and creating the awesome slideshow that you saw with all of our really embarrassing childhood photos. Thanks also goes out to Carol Reynolds and Aaron Parsons for the amazing artwork displayed on our programs, as well to those grads who helped out with our fundraisers. Your hard work is greatly appreciated.
Thank you to Miss Courtney and Miss Parsons for announcing our Grand March, as well as thank you to Mr. Jamie Fifield for helping out.
Our greatest appreciation for our principal, Mr. David Crane, and assistant principal, Miss Charlene Keynes, who are always quick to support us in any way needed. We are also grateful to our secretaries, Miss Lisa Bradbury and Miss Kim Sims, as well as our custodians. Whenever we are in a situation, they were always willing to help us out.
We would like to send a huge thank you to our decorator, Miss Edwina Brazel, for adding beauty and elegance to our evening. The work you put into preparing this evening certainly shows. Every decoration for Meet Me at Midnight Under the Stars is beautiful.
As well, our greatest appreciation to Pro Auto as they provided us with the light and sound setup.
Thank you to our photographer, Miss Lisa Paul of Life Touch, for capturing photos of a night we will never forget. Also, thank you, Jordan Fifield, for taking pictures as well.
We would like to thank our special guests for sharing this evening with us and bringing their words of encouragement. Reverend Young, MHA's Ms. Conway Ottenheimer and Ms. Parsons, as well as the parent representative, Miss Stephanie Gifford, who can't go a year without making me cry. Heartfelt thanks also to our feeder school representatives with us this evening from Amalgamated Academy, Holy Redeemer, and St. Peter's.
Thank you to the Wolverines for handling security tonight, as well as the Island Cove Fire Department for organizing the parking at our ecumenical service. A big thank you to the Bay Arena staff for helping set up. Your hard work is really appreciated.
Our high school experience would not have been this memorable without the amazing, hardworking teachers and staff at Ascension. Thank you, folks, sincerely, for all that you do.
Finally, a huge heartfelt thank you to our families. Without your support and patience, we would not be the young men and young women that we are today.
We hope we have mentioned everyone who has contributed in some way, and we sincerely apologize for anyone that we've missed. Thank you so much for attending our prom ceremony tonight. We hope you enjoyed the evening and leave this building carrying memories you will have for a lifetime. On behalf of Ascension's class of 2026,
Merci beaucoup.
it's beaucoup. Thank you. don't get to leave yet. We forgot it. We forgot it. And now, on to the Grand March. Miss Lisa Courtney and Miss Allison Parsons will now come forward to announce the names of the class of 2026. Graduates, please line up now.
Can we get Miss Courtney and Miss Parsons to come up to the front?
Could Frederick Fast come to the front here, please? Frederick Fast.
walking partner.
This. Page 4. Page 4 on your sheet.
What do you need to see to confirm a name or anything, is there?
It's just, you just switch Callum Lane.
Yeah.
So he's on page 4. So look for Logan Earl. Oh, okay, one thing at a time here now. Okay. Callum Lane.
No, no. Who is it? Who is it? Wyatt?
What page is that on?
Okay, okay. And Kelsey Fifield.
Tell us the adjustment. We might have it made. Okay. Where's this to? What page is it on?
That's you. That's you.
Oh, that's you. Yep. Okay.
So,
Second page.
so you know what we got done?
No.
Okay, well, we just got to get the show on the road because people are hot.
If you're gonna make a
Long night.
mistake.
Okay,
Hold
so
on,
for the
hold on,
Fox,
hold on. So for Vicky, it's now gonna be Callum, Lane.
Oh, nobody told me that.
But that's what you had on the sheet.
No, it's not.
Miss Agatha.
Yeah, Vicky.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready to start now?
You got Kelsey in there for the walk
Yep.
with. Okay, Grant, get her going.
Okay. But there's a change on the front on this page now because the name is spelled wrong. Can you that back?
Yeah.
When you get started, just excuse for the delay.
We apologize for the delay in resuming. We will start there now. Miss Courtney and I are honored to announce the graduating class of 2026. Riley Mercer and Emily Snow. Robert Clark and Haley Stone. Andrew Ackerman and Kelsey Fifield. Aiden Mainville and Emily Snow. Dawson Allen and Skylar Newell. Adam Azrir and Emma Gifford. Denya Azrir and Miley Stone. Noah Babcock and Peyton Smith. Mason Baldwin and Emma Mugford. James Barrett and Logan Lynch.
Jesse Barrett and Leah Reed. Alex Bartlett, and Connor Haley. Claire Bartlett and Haley Pryor. Jaden Bartlett and Allie Bennett. Kimberly Bartlett and Ryder Morgan. Ashton Batten Mercer and Peyton Roach. Agatha Becky and Callum Lane. Anthony Bennett and Brittany Morgan. Kara Beresford Reynolds and Lexi Seams. Emily Bishop and Kara March.
Savannah Bishop and Parker Butler. Jaden Blake and Carrie Morgan. Peyton Bowering and Holly Clark. Dakota Boyd and Madison Morgan. Emily Brazel and Jacqueline Mercer. Riley Brunton and Zachary French. Eric Burke and Cadence Walsh. Alexa Burton and Ryan Russell. Nicholas Burton and Maya Mercer. Carly Butler and Carissa Petton.
Logan Butler and Kate Wall. Wyatt Butler and Kelsey Fifield. Talix Bussey and Lynn Tran. Madeline Carter and Cole Sharp. Alex Chipman and Rachel Noseworthy. Chase Chipman and Chloe Noseworthy. Gracie Coombs and Cole Porter. Sierra Dawson and Luke Efford. Hunter Dawson and Chloe Legg. Isabel Day and Jackson Drummond. Alicia Deering and Chase Parsons.
Jackson Drover and Sarah Holmes. Kate Drover and Andrew King. Sophie Drover and Charlie Seymour. Brooklyn Dyke and Blake Saunders. Joshua Dyke and Georgia Higdon. Owen Dyke, and Madison Shute. Jasmine Earl and Arthur Stein. Logan Earl and Kayla Mercer. Megan Edmonds and Layla Shepard. Lucas Fyander and Riley Brunton. Jacob Fowler and Rebecca Reardon.
Dominic Fallow Clark and Fancy Sparks. Luke French and Robin Petton. Maya Gallant and Allison Young. Ashton Galway and Sarah Upshaw. Dustin Green and Ezra Harris O'Neill. Joseph Hann, and Catherine Simby. Emily Harris and Tash Potter. Emma Hillier and Mariah Spracklin. Kaylee Hiltz and Joshua Simmons.
Sierra Hiscock and Braden Lynch. Luke Hurley and Alexa Burton. Addison Huzzy and Jackson Russell. Leland Jackson Parsons and Joshua Jarvis. Veronica King and Nicholas Seymour Lavery. Coda Lewis and Joseph Nickel. Nicole Lidster and Chloe Shepard. Hannah Loader and Sophie Loader. Adam Mercer and Allie Wilcox.
Alexander Mercer and Monica Penny. Andrew Mercer and Madison Shute. Cole Mercer and Emily Smith. Jaden Mercer and Haley Stone. Kiana Mercer and Jackson Pretty. Lacey Mercer and Dylan Stokes. Paige Mercer and Colby Mugford. Summer Mercer and Dakota Mugford.
C.J. Moore and Aurora Peters. Jackson Morgan and Julia Priddle. Lloyd Morgan and Cameron Petton. Naomi Mugford and Alexis Neal. Owen Mugford and Rachel Russell. Julia Murphy and Brandon Porter. Sierra Murphy and Carter Thomas. Noah Murray and Kira Rogers. Ella Newman and Kyle Shepard. Brooke O'Neill and Cody Taylor.
Leland Organ and Benjamin Taylor. Aaron Parsons and Mackenzie Sims. Jaden Parsons and Madison Squibb. Jacob Petton and Emily Turtle. Jackson Reed and Abigail Pike. Danny Lynn Pretty and Ethan Reed. James Russell and Sierra Williams. Claire Saunders and Braden Sharp. Jake Saunders and Milo Lee.
Charlotte Scott and Cody Toms. Morgan Snellgrove and Isaac Sparks. Aaron Stagg and Isaac Weber. Brady Strickland and Allison Young. Isaac Strickland, and Daniel Wall. Well, that concludes the Grand March for this evening. Another round of applause for our graduates, please.
All right. As we are nearing the end of our special night, let's turn our attention to the dancing. There will be dances dedicated to graduates with their walking partner, graduates with their parents or guardians, and finally, graduates with their date or friend. Ms. Strobridge will be announcing each of these following the formal dances. There will be a few songs played that all grads can dance to. We kindly ask all audience members in sections A and D to please help clear the dance floor area. There are 2 dance floors located behind sections A and D as well.